to our final matchup, the North American qualifier, Shopify versus Nouns. Outside of the mid matchup, which you talked about, do you have a favorite for the side lanes here?
I think Nouns side lanes look pretty good to me. I feel like I'm always confident playing a Luna duel versus duel.
Sure.
I like, at least, you know, when I played these lanes, I felt like if I have Luna +1, I'm never losing that lane. At worst, it gets evened out by some weird, like, you know, bullshit, but at best, you just own them. Because, I mean, you have Lunar Bless. Spell is just damn good if you get to, like, the second point. It's not as strong as it used to be, so maybe it's not as true, but it's a ranged carry with decent trade mechanisms. At worst, you should always go even with this hero, I think, and I mean, the mag snap is, it's just nukes, right? You can always push, you can always secure range, you can always play for the pull, and I don't think Troll Phoenix is, maybe they beat you up enough level 1 you can do it, but I don't think your nukes are necessarily stronger. So I feel like the silence are pretty even, but I think Nouns should be pretty chilling in them. It's just a question of what Yopaj can get done.
For me, it definitely looks like Shopify should not be able to find a bunch of early kills. As Kitrak only gets the one bounty rune, does have a ward he's going to try and kill. Stormstormer is going to try and deny it at the same time, so Kitrak's going to wait until Stormstormer's a little busy.
If you think he'll miss uphill, I can't miss uphill.
Doesn't get it. Nice timing there from Stormstormer.
He like baited the right click, which baited Kitrak. But I feel like you just walk up with Kunkka and hit it.
Yeah, I think so too. But
a little missed opportunity.
Maybe Kitrak a little pressed for time. Maybe really wanted to get back into lane, start using this Fire Spirits early against the Snapfire Mag. Because you know, these two are going to get strong, you know, level 2. That's going to be the scary point. I mean, they've got 4 nukes basically to be able to use against you.
Arteezy just decent positioning out trades them, but they find the kill with the Impale Beam level 1. Illacore just out of position here in the middle of the lane.
Yeah, Saberlight is doing some sort of pull shenanigans here, and it doesn't actually match out because the support died, so they just pull the creep wave on over. Very awkward for Shopify.
I feel like this is like the third game in a row where Yuma's just gotten first blood or like that initial kill.
Yeah.
It's just giving him such a large gold injection every time. It's a very nice way for Nouns to start these games. And the other downside was Kitrak. We saw that mid-ward play. He got EMP'd at the rune. Then he had the TP top. Like, he's come to this lane with no mana. He's got 1 more Fire Spirits in the tank, and that's it. Mana-wise, usually not an issue for this hero. But he's just missing resources, so...
Nice through 2. Trying to get the better trade-off here with these low resources. Have to make it worth, and they're going to get the kill onto Lilas. It doesn't go the way of Arteezy. Kitrak will collect it with the Fire Spirits burnout instead.
Early level advantage.
Oh, and he got not only the early level advantage, he got the kill. Oh, he missed out on the stack on the easy camp, which would have been just the extra bit to probably win your lane. Instead, he gets skewered back with no dive coming up, and he's going to be traded out here.
Nice little play by Gunner. Heads up Reed and gets the XP back. All those early denies by Arteezy that got him the level 2 advantage gets swung again. And he has 7 denies, by the way. That is a lot for the first 2 minutes. It's what set that kill up. Arteezy's laning still pretty damn good.
Yeah, certainly. Well, the laning in mid, it looks pretty dead even right now. Though, I think usually gets worse over time, right? With every level of Tidebringer that you get, makes the lane matchup more and more difficult.
I mean, Invoker has a lot more damage now too, though, because he's universal. He goes these extra stats. He can get Bracer for regen. Like, he has Bracer, Branches, Wraith Band. He has 71 base damage. 10 higher than the Kunkka. So this lane doesn't go that bad for you anymore because you just stat up and just out CS him.
Bottom lane, Saberlight almost dying, but does get away into the trees. Out of regen, which makes things a little bit awkward. Theologor trying to chase down Fly and won't be able to find that kill. And plenty of regen left on the Nouns side.
And Hoodwink completely out of mana here. Did not get that Lotus, so... Yuma sitting pretty happy here. Not a lot of threat on him.
No.
Though the CS advantage is going Shopify Rebellion's way.
Yeah, but they got a pretty big... They got a double wave coming into them, so...
Yeah, there's a lot of CS on the field right now. Yopaj taking some right clicks to Stormstormer. Both out of mana.
Gunner taking some damage, has a lot of magic wand stacks, so he'll be fine to live, but we'll be forced to use that.
Another set of axes.
Yeah, so Lilith's gonna have to use the cookie to get out. They both had healing salves ready to go, though.
This is probably the toughest lane. They did find that one cheeky kill, but the early waves just didn't go their way with the nukes at all. Artesia has way too many denies, and now they're just bleeding regen. This is one of those lanes with the Phoenix Troll that can just walk you down, and the second you start getting walked, it's brutal. The amount of damage that gets put in, so it's going to be the lane that struggles, but it is a mag. He doesn't care too much as long as he finds XP. Might hurt their ability to stack for the Luna, though, if Lelis can't leave the lane as much.
Yeah.
Something you want to think about here. If you get those big ancient stacks up, Yuma will just run away with it, as he's still free farming this lane.
Yeah, him and Arteezy both. Arteezy up to 13 denies. So both the offlane struggling for these teams.
Looks like Earn Might is for Stormstormer, so yeah, pretty standard. He's just going to gear up and scale. And again, just put pressure on Shopify here, make them feel like they're getting outscaled, and then they're going to take the fights into you, and then that's where the mag can shine.
Final bit of mana, a blood grenade, fly low, has another impale coming up, and Theolicor actually dodges it, but doesn't get the kill he was hoping for. Doesn't have too much more mana to work with. Had to bring some clarities to lane just to offset this constant drain on his resources from Fly. Here comes that portal rotation.
Right on
Knowing
cue.
the support's low, they dive through and manage to hit both of these heroes. A beautiful impale, though, from Fly will relieve Yuma of some of this pressure. Fly might just get burnt out here from the constant damage from the Phoenix, but Lelis looks to get the turnaround kill onto Theolicor. Kitrak keeps him alive and turns it back around with a level up into Sunray. Gets 2 support kills and chases Yuma around the lane a little bit, so missed a lot of CS in this.
This resource advantage just burnt him out over time, sets the move up for Kitrak, and I mean, Lelis comes in, tries to relieve it, as you said, but there's just not enough gas in the tank. You're still looking at level 4 Luna, and it's a lot of missed CS for the Luna as well, as Yuma just has to run away instead of being able to clear through these like triple range creeps under his tower.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, Arteezy, he's just living the life. Solo XP, no threat on him. These boots just completed. Shopify Rebellion coming ahead in this laning phase for sure. Now they're going to try and ramp up the pressure. Boat on mid.
They do manage to win yet another fight in the bottom lane while Stormstormer getting run down in mid. Yopaj
This is actually
out
a
of
kill.
spells, but his Tidebringer might just be enough off the creeps. Doesn't hit it. Stormstormer dodges over the side, doesn't get hit by the torrent either, stays alive through it all. Yopaj still taking the tower. He's almost dead to the tower by itself. The cold snap almost gets him. He baits in Stormstormer, but it's not enough damage either. 20 damage left in the tank for Stormstormer. His regen just barely enough to keep him alive.
That was a ridiculous play. Like, I don't think he had to do that at all. Just banking on the boat run. Now Kitrak wants him in. He finds him.
Kitrak finds the solo kill, the solo experience on the Invoker. Gets a huge boost for himself. Flying obviously gets the return kill, but a big part, Yopaj, he had double bounty runes set up in his jungle, so he had tons of regen left for him after he almost died.
That's so much XP for the Phoenix. Almost level 6 now.
Layla's being run down by the level 6. The Battle Trance Arteezy out of mana. Not able to throw the final bit of axes to get the kill. The cookie doesn't land though. Phase boots, too much movement speed to catch.
Storm's rotation not working even with the earn charge off the death. Whereas a smoke from Shopify sending Yopaj bottom with another boat. Once Yuma and he will get him.
Yeah. That's going to put Saberlight into level 6 as well. Yeah, misses the boat, but that's okay. They still got plenty of damage. But yeah, now level 6 on Saberlight off of that kill. So you can't even, as Yuma, come back to that lane with confidence because you know Doom's wanted to use that ultimate.
Where the hero thrives. He never gets these solo kills with his ult. He's feeling great. So far, Yopaj having the better of this early game. And Rune class? I mean, there's no Rune, but everybody's coming mid for some reason.
And to get the burnout, Kitrak does have Supernova, but his mana's been taken away.
Weird move. I'm not sure what they're really fighting for, but just want to fight. Why not? It's a game 5. No holds barred. Just gotta
Well,
get
it
in
works
there.
out great for Shopify. Arteezy still sitting in his safe lane, keeping his tower nice and healthy, while Theodore solos down the bottom tower. He's getting close to his level 6 as well.
All these ults on the supports are pretty vital. It's a lot of damage in team fight. Just want him up as soon as possible. I mean, I guess Yuma's not too sad. Like, he got out of this lane in okay condition, and he's a Luna, so he'll farm. But the lane's definitely going Shopify's way here.
Yeah,
And I guess the
3K net
question-
worth.
Like, how do you connect your supports to find action right now? Or are you just content farming and being this a stalemate, trying to find something off the back of a Finger of Death? So it looks like it's going to be the game plan. Smoke up to try and find this troll. Will Arteezy be
Got a
found?
scan.
Quick, Austin, bet yes or no.
Snapfire. I'm going to say no. They had the scan on him. Arteezy surely is not going to be caught by this rotation.
Well, they
He's
saw him.
spotted by the ward. If he sticks around for this camp, the same camp that Yuma had a chance to farm and chose not to because of the rotations coming in from the other side, he respected them enough. He didn't go for it. Arteezy doesn't have that same respect, apparently.
They see him on the ward, so they did indeed find him, which means your prediction was wrong. But they cannot do anything
Not
about
what
him.
you meant.
Well, it's lawyer speak. And either way, he will escape with his life. As an invis rune for Yopaj. I thought he was smoked again, but no, he's just doing it the RNG way. Scares them all off. What a weird early game.
Yeah, a bunch of rotations, not finding anything. Nouns gonna
Another double TP
another
to bottom with a smoke stormer smoke. Like what? It's just like everybody's trying to hunt each other. No one's finding anything.
Well,
Gotta find
they'll finally find Saberlight here. And they're certainly close enough to be able to land these disables. Miss the tornado. Is that going to cost them the kill? Wait, Yuma's blocking out Stormstormer. They don't go for the kill. They gave up on it. Meanwhile, the mid lane is being dove heavily. Laylis is saying all these heroes are mid. You guys got something, right? Right? Nerves
I don't
coming
know what
in,
to
trying to
say.
hit the boat combination here. Laylis is pulled back into it with the Fire
blocked
Spirits
that
landing
shot.
onto him, and the Tidebringer hit, but the burnout from Kitrek is just enough damage. Meanwhile, Stormstorm is actually going to be a little bit low. This Acorn's going to do a lot of damage. Impale, Tornado, a little bit awkward here. The dissynergy is Shopify quick to try and pounce on these openings. Don't get any more kills, but they're certainly taking a lot off the table for Nouns.
Egg got forced because Gunner flanked Hit Track here. You just don't have damage. Your Invoker has no earn charges, and he's an Invoker. Meanwhile, Yuma got
Luna's being
doomed.
thrown down. He does have the cookie to help him out, and that will save him. He's not dead yet.
Unless he takes extra damage here. Oh, sure,
Yeah,
man.
you be careful there.
What a bizarre early game here. I feel like we've had like 8 smoke or movement plays that yielded nothing. Just some early towers as collateral.
And we're gonna run out of smokes here pretty quickly. Don't find the ward. Really aggressive vision being laid out by Shopify. One of their wards is kept alive for now. Stormstormer, not caught by the X. Almost. He's going to run back into the sentry, though. Now caught by the X. Kitrek doesn't have a supernova, so his dive in is dangerous. They do manage to hit the shot there from Thea Lacour.
Shot in the ass.
He is still up. Arteezy coming in from the side. He's actually going to catch the supports. It's the supports that are going to be in trouble, and it's Fly who will be the victim of this one. Tornado trying to slow it down, but ultimately he does fall. Plenty of time for Yuma to farm, though.
I feel like Stormstormer just wants to be left alone. He's just like, let me farm my Midas, man. Go fight somewhere else. Like, I don't do anything. Instead, it's just like 5 heroes on and
No,
getting
you picked your
shot.
Grandmaster tier hero.
God damn.
You're gonna get some attention on you, you know?
I think Nouns could have just played this early game defensive. Like, I don't think they had to be the ones smoking and looking for moves, and I think it hurt them. Because it just cost them so much resources, so much time, and now they're just getting shoved in. Like, they just wanted to farm. Farm their levels on the mag with Empower and get the Blink. Farm your Midas on Invoker. They've given up a lot of resources and time, and Arteezy's taking advantage of it.
Yeah,
Not to
no,
mention
you won't
Alden's
have
course.
you won't have those smokes when you're hitting a timing here, right? Like you don't have earn charges, but if say you were to get those and the blink dagger timing of Gunner, he
It's
wants
gonna be another smoke on smoke. I don't think I've ever seen so many smokes in the first 14 minutes. It's gonna be a smoke from Stormstormer Fly to combat the smoke from Yopaj looking at the 14-minute rune.
playing for the Wisdom Rune. Shopify wise up to the scenario, though. They say, well, this is not a Wisdom Rune that we can steal. And Arteezy gets his own and has a little ancient stack to farm in the meantime. So more just little things that are going the way of Shopify as Stormstormer fails to connect on the tornado. He's got to be careful here. Cookie trying to get him outside of Doom range. He's far enough back that Saberlight doesn't want any more of this.
Nouns have no smokes left. They have used them all. This blink is coming out for Gunner and they have nothing. There is one left for Shopify.
Well, better not run into any wards when they look to make their first blink dagger rotation.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna rush the blink on Mag, I feel like having the smoke for it is decent, because otherwise he could have just gone a farming item or something, or you know, if
like
the fight's coming to you, I don't know.
Yeah.
But this is just a little awkward now. It's like he's just running. Like, look at him. He's just running around. He's like, I don't know what to do. I guess I just empower myself. Very strange. It's felt almost jittery, I want to say.
Yeah. Game 5
Teams
nerves.
teams are maybe feeling the nerves of the pressure here to qualify. Just a lot of moves made that we didn't see in a lot of those other games. Very forced, very off the mark, not yielding a lot. But I feel like that plays into Shopify's hands, because I mean, Artur's, you know, he just farms. Like, he's just clearing through stacks, and he's going this Mjolnir troll again. So if he gets to have a free game here and he's untouched, he's gonna be king of the farming war.
Yuma. He was spotted earlier underneath a ward. He is moving towards another ward.
He's farming fast too, but I mean, he's a Luna, so it's to be expected here.
Right? Yeah.
He also has some power. And now they're starting to stack that triangle for him. So now Nouns are playing more of an economy defensive game. They realize
Going for Gunner, see if he can get his blink dagger at the right time. Nope. Pulled back into the torrent, instantly killed. It's a combination of X into sharpshooter from Theolacore.
Now
A
you
ton
risk
of
losing
damage.
your Luna stacks here. They're getting scouted.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna look
That's
top
gonna
for
be troublesome. Stormstormer. He's gonna make a run for it here with a Ghost Walk. Just picked up his Midas. Running into Saberlight. Saberlight does have a does. He misses the Centaur stun. Stormstormer misses the tornado.
What's happening?
Only the best of North America represented here in this finals.
By two European players, I might add. Just both canceling each other out with bad. I don't know what to call it. Absolutely bizarre. But they will both walk away with yet another failed move in this game of absolutely failed moves. I mean, it's got to be a game 5 thing. I don't know. Teams are tired, or I mean, Nouns have played a lot of Dota today. That's
I mean,
for sure.
speaking of the Europeans as well, I'm sure they've adjusted their sleep schedule, but it's, you know, kind of late for them.
That's very true.
But
Yuma
yeah,
gets
I'm
down.
gonna say it's game 5 things, and finally they find Yuma. They've been trying to hunt him down for a while here. Gets off the Eclipse. They immediately pop the Supernova. Looks like Theolacore doesn't actually die. The kisses raining in are not gonna find him. The
so
egg
close.
survives easy, and Saberlight comes in from behind, hits a big stomp onto the two of them with the Doom. A bit of extra damage on Gunner. That's all they need. He'll tick out. If they could just get enough, that might be enough.
He's gone. You are doomed, sir.
He's dead. He's dead, dead, dead.
Last tick is all it takes. Did get the finger kill on Theolacore at the return, but man, it's just a rough go for Yuma. Like, he doesn't have much space to
Now they
operate
got
in.
Stormstormer too. They're losing heroes all over the map. They've got him this time. Saberlight can hit the stun target.
If he could have tipped himself, I think he would have. Still have some stacks up on the triangle, but it's kind of your last saving grace here, is you are down 9,000 gold here at the 18-minute mark. Shopify have refound their rhythm in this series. Just running around with the Opod.
All right, so the stacks won't get stolen, which they're very reliant on. The downside being that Arteezy, he owns much more of the map of Luna. He doesn't need stacks because every camp that is around this area is his.
And like we saw in that other troll game with Mjolnir, he's just going to start mowing through the objectives.
Yeah.
He's going to Roshan here at the 18, 19 minute mark. He's going to do Tormentor at the 20, 21. It's going to start to add up this net worth lead for the team a lot.
So a question of nouns, do they recognize this same timing? Do they see an opportunity where these objectives are being taken? It's not going to be on the Roshan. They're going to try and just push in mid and take this. This is where some of this timing starts coming online. Luna doing a lot more damage with the help of both the Empower and the Alacrity. Something the troll is going to probably need a net worth advantage to push through.
I also think this is a lineup where nouns, like, they can be behind in net worth, and it's not that big a deal. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, they have Invoker, Mag, Luna. It's a lot of heroes that can farm very fast, amp each other, scale. You might expect to be behind a little bit, too.
Goes walking Tornado. He tornadoes, and that's enough. They don't want to keep chasing.
They're going to look top, maybe. Gopash already has BKB, though. This is a very tough kill unless you can RP chain stun him before he BKBs. Another 4-man move that just doesn't yield anything, and instead Shopify are going to go through the gate, back him up. And it's not a play anymore. Much as Gunnar would like it.
Got a problem where they are beginning to cannibalize some of their own camps here. Gunnar and Yuma on the same spot on the map. Both wanting to progress into BKBs, but
these down supports are really going to suffer. They have no space to operate in. Whereas Shopify, because they have so much more territory, supports are going to continue to find levels and farm.
Which is where they need a team fight win. Gunnar goes, no, instantly ensnared. Oh, that is bad luck for Gunnar as his initiation is ruined. Tornado goes out. Arteezy might still be able to get him. No, he actually hexed up, and yeah, with an ultimate used on his first life, this is going to be trouble. They need a good bow to be able to protect him. The kisses go out. He goes straight for Yuma. Managed to get him with a bushwhack. An immediate finger. There goes the Eclipse. Tries to chase down Arteezy. He's got the vision on him. Skewered back over to Gunnar, and they finish him off. Yuma's in trouble, though. BKB Yopaj charging through into the tier 2 tower will help finish him off. They get a 1-for-2 exchange, but it was also the Aegis for Shopify.
Oh, that's just a strange play. Like, maybe he thought that first ult would just leash the mag there or something, but the cookie on the skewer kind of bumped him over him. Looked awkward, but it got the job done. Allows Gunnar to re-engage, and I mean, once your ult's gone on troll with this Mjolnir build, you're just walking food.
Fly picked off bottom. Wait, nope, Siphon keeping alive for now.
Is he
He's good,
or is he the lion with the shard that was prophesized?
He was the lion. Read the prophecy of Reddit.
Yeah, I don't think that feels too bad for now. They got the Sages off the board. They're stabilizing the gold advantage.
As long as they can hold their triangle, I think it's totally fine, right?
Yeah.
That is one of the downsides. They lost the tier 2. If they lose their triangle, they lose that outpost.
This is kind of where Invoker's, like, not useless, but, you know, he's just trying to get this Midas to get him to his next set of items, like the bots where he can start ratting the map and be really annoying. His farm rate isn't picking up too fast yet, though it will. So if you get through this period as nouns, I think you're kind of happy stabilizing the map. Where that Aegis yielded something, but didn't look too great on paper. And it'd be a solo Tormentor for our tour. Once more, the shard goes to the Phoenix. Almost as if it's Destiny.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, it's not like the other shard is that bad for them either, right? Hunter's Boomerang for Hoodwink when you've got easy setup and a bunch of magic damage from Yopaj.
Oh! Thought he was in. Yeah. Boomerang's not bad here either. It'll be Gunnar shard. Not a bad one, some extra damage. I still think a lot of this game depends on, like, a couple things interacting in the fight, because you have all this net worth on the Shopify support. So if they get to play multiple rounds of spells, they get to stay alive, you get to play on this egg, and the double Solar Crest that's out for them, you're going to be really happy. Gem purchased as well by Kittrack, so you're going to lose a lot of map control if you start losing these fights, and smoke up to try and find that exact fight. This double Solar Crest plus Shiva's timing for Saberlight plus Ags for Yopaj, so much extra sustain in team fight now in the tank, where these supports on Nouns are just not matching it. You need a Shredder kill on the egg or something. Nice tornado.
Cookie, but he's already been axed. Lelis and Storm pulled back into the sun.
Yeah, it's just too easy. Good read, good find, and good Centaur stomp, despite a clutch tornado.
And Yuma's not out on the map either. The Manta pushed out top lane, but was low from the Tormentor, felt scared.
Did find his BKB, though. Yeah. And Artor, he escapes because of the scam. So he is dead there. As Nouns are getting to their BKBs, it'll be a BKB finish for Gunnar. They have 2 of them. The third is going to be a long way away for Stormstormer, but his is the least necessary, I think, as he can just play in the back.
It's time for Gunnar to shine. Yeah, they're gonna pull back this this net worth lead. As you said, it's not that bad. Their lineup can operate in a net worth deficit, but it's gonna require Gunnar hitting some big RPs. Good skewers back. He tries to go for Yopaj, got a BKB out of him. Doesn't get hit by the X though, not yet anyway. He's pretty far away. And Shopify are not going to try and pounce on that one. They're going to reset back over. Stormstormer is in a bit of an awkward spot. He's going to be choked. Shiva's going to find him here. Pushing back. The Illichor slows him down a little bit more, but the rest of the heroes are now here, and they get the skewer back onto the Hoodwink. Get that pick off.
Big little pick. They're still chasing.
Still chasing. The support's leading the charge, trying to give him the cookie, but the Torrent stops it. Catching him. Now Arteezy challenging with his Aghanim Scepter. RP going out, holding him during that timing. Can they blow him up? Let's skewer back on so many heroes, but is it good? Tornado kisses all in the same spot. Yuma with the glaives bouncing through. He can clean up all of these heroes. Yopaj, the glaives tearing him apart. A team wipe for Nouns.
And a gem on the back of it as a monster skewer. A death skewer by Gunnar. Says team, salvage this please, as he just skewers them all into the tornado ice path from Stormstormer. In the second you're there, you're done. Because your troll, he's so low on mana because he got poked by the tornado EMP at the top tier 1 that started all of that sequence off. Just a beautiful team fight from Nouns. It looked disastrous. They ran under Shopify's ward. Their supports get gone on. Fly gets almost nothing off, but the BKBs let them sit there long enough with a weird troll ulti that just forced Artor in deep. And all of a sudden, you just get RP 3-man skewered in. That's Magnus. I mean, that is why this hero has been in meta for like 8 years, man.
Yeah.
If you find the clumps.
You also had the fresh shard pickup from Yuma. He went from BKB to shard. He picked up that shard just before that fight. Those glaives, man. He popped out those glaives as the skewer ran through. All of those heroes are just getting glaved up.
He did work. He got so many glaive bounces while they were stuck in ice wall too. That is just a dream fight for Nouns. That has shifted a lot of momentum in this game. And now all of a sudden you're in a Magnus Invoker game, right? And it's gonna get scary because you don't have the skewer answer. Your skewer answer is like you land an X or somebody buys a Hex or something. That's kind of it. And I don't know how reliable it is to be like, all right, Yopaj, just X some guy. Even then, Gunnar can BKB. There's nothing that stops this BKB mag.
Yeah, you'd have to X your ally to pull him out of the skewer.
I almost feel like Saberlight just has to go in these fights. Like, just play like a psycho going with your Shiva's BKB almost finished on this Doom, and either Doom the mag or like force him to go on you to open up the fight for the troll. But Artor needs BKB as well. And right now, he wants Roshan, but the flank is coming. This is a pretty good angle from Nouns over there. Going through
around, but they do manage to get the scan. Radiant scan, find some heroes here, see if they can get the jump. They go for the Phoenix first. X and kill him. No chance of the supernova. No buyback either.
Stormstormer burning some more mana out. Kittrack, he just wasn't watching that ops. That was a really good ward for them. Broke the smoke, just didn't get anything off in time. And this is not just a mag with skewer you have to think about. It's a skewer into instant Hex, right?
Yeah.
This is like the old Team Spirit combination we saw. You skewer them into Hex, you skewer them into Grip, any of these instant spells. It's just guaranteed.
Big pushback, more and more. The Manta Illusions getting information. Now nouns, they're the ones holding the high ground and the vision advantage.
How far do you want to push it here?
Playlist on the other side. Glimmercave gets some vision, slows down Theodore.
Gunner
Yuma
looking.
tries to chase him down. Has the
He got
glaze down.
doomed.
They do manage to get off the Doom onto Gunner. Gunner, no chance for an RP here. And the Troll
And
is on
Troll,
top of the Luna with the ultimate
trying
going
him.
off. He's slicing him down. Pushed away, disarm. Not good enough.
Can Lois clean up?
Play from Lelis trying to finish him off. It's not quite enough to finish off Arteezy. He will live through it all. The boat debuff puts him down to 1 HP in the end.
So much damage coming out from Yopaj in this clutch moment. This Troll connects on the Luna because
Gunner. You got it,
ran
Gunner.
in.
Holy crap, that was a close one. Oh, is he? No.
He's fine. He's fine. He was looking for the gem, but he will not find anything as this game swings right back the other way off of. I mean, Saberlight just finds his mark. It's as simple as that. The mag runs into him. He gets the Doom, and all of a sudden you're stuck in Torrent Storm boat on a Luna who cannot fight that Troll ulti in the one-on-one.
No. Especially with the boat buff and battle trance, just kind of meaning the Troll can survive through whatever damage you have.
And
The biggest thing is you just need to stop his damage with RP.
it's I mean, it's like a catch-22. Like Gunner going in first there is like, if he gets a skewer up that hill into RP, the fight's over. You get Roche. But instead, like they held the last high ground they had on Shopify. Gunner paid the price for his greed.
Stormer
Still has
trying to
RP
catch
though.
somebody.
Damn,
He
that
does.
Torrent Storm. That didn't work, man. It killed Stormer just almost straight up. It's like 2/3 his HP. Got caught in him. Couldn't get out. Doesn't have his BKB yet, so he is still susceptible. Big team fight win for Shopify as they keep themselves in this game against some spooky scale. And now they have an Aegis to push with. What can they do with it? The
Yeah,
big question.
can they take objectives against the spam and mana drain that is offered by Invoker Lion and the potential of a skewer back?
Look at this 5-man smoke, man. I don't think we've seen a single like 5-man smoke this entire series, but when you're in these game 5s, people start clumping. People start just wanting to make simple moves or simple objectives that will win you this game. Get you a qualification right now, and the downside is these moves are easy to read.
Yeah.
Yopaj did split from the pack. Oh. Actually will catch him.
Got him with the X. The follow-up is coming through. A stun nicely placed. No mana on Saberlight. He pops his BKB, has just enough. Was it cheesy? All right, so
Bizarre play. They smoked mid. Yopaj said, "Screw your smoke, it's awful. I'm going up here." And and just walks in and X's Invoker on the map. Okay. I mean, what a god. Clutch play. Yields 2 kills. And he'll refill his mana at the Lotus Pool, so not much lost here.
trying to cut the creep wave with the Manta Illusions. They really want to keep this creep wave alive, and they'll do so.
Saberlight going for the solo play, but got Yulesed.
He can catch up. Ogre Steel Totem is coming up. He opts not for the straight line. Gunner blinks out.
Surprise Yule's pickup. Already paying off.
Yeah.
Gonna be
Another
another nice
illusion
tool for
rune.
control. Yeah,
Yuma's
illusion.
in deep, but another illusion rune can really help things out when it comes to decreasing the pressure from Shopify in all these lanes. Oh. Spotted on a courier. He has to TP out before he can use his Manta. He wanted to cut another wave.
Yeah, I'll take the courier instead. As the rat continues, we've seen this in some of the games, right? Nouns ratting it up, waiting for their late game timing. And I feel like in general, Shopify had a hard time catching them. Their lineups haven't really been built for it either, but
No.
and that if you're gonna not catch, you may as well just farm. Or help farm them. Which I guess is what Doom's designed to do, but yeah, those Luna illusions cutting both ways right now.
Yeah, what a
Huge amount of
value
gold.
power rune that was.
That was about the best you can ask for. Almost level 20. Like finish.
Mm. those illusions will kill another wave too. So no waves coming in both mid and bottom. Saberlight makes the move in top. Doom going to be put to use here, but immediate response from Fly, who bushwhack stomps him. Magnus will be able to TP out though, thanks to Fly's sacrifice.
Yeah. Knowing that this was probably the likely play, so they baited out. Pretty heads up play by Nouns. They get this Doom on cooldown. Don't lose their mag. Now they can look for a fight if they want to, or delay this Aegis push, which, you know, Aegis out in 50 seconds here. Got a tier 2 or so, but it didn't yield a crazy lead. You're still sitting in kind of the same lead you had before. You just made up for that one bad team fight.
They might get they'll get another tier 2 and maybe a Tormentor here and take away the Tormentor of Nouns.
That would be nice, but Gunner's here. And he finds him. He almost dies.
You are back.
Holy.
Trying to keep himself alive with the RP. They have the dust. The acorn is enough. Gets that kill. They got something out of Shopify, but they lose a lot there. Gunner, not only dead, but no RP when he comes back up either.
Took so much damage off the troll with this shard. He like procced off the Tormentor and just hit him like 8 times.
Yep.
Instantly. A brutal way to go here.
It's dangerous. It's kind of like a Luna. When you're hitting these buildings, you're just building up fervor stacks. So the moment you challenge him, he's got a very high percent. Saberlight finding Stormstormer again here. More and more opportunities. Pops his BKB. Ogre Seal Totem over the top to slow him down. And that will put him down. Stormstormer just cannot seem to get to his next item. It was originally BKB, now looking at Axe.
Yeah, he's getting caught right now. And maybe your guys' BKB isn't even going to do much for him at this point. So just go for more damage. Get the Kata and hope you can land this Kata RP on the troll or something. But Saberlight he is having a game 5 here for sure. 9, 1, and 13 on this first pick Doom. Made it look damn scary.
Yeah, and he's doing more and more and just trying to cut out these split pushers. And maybe identifying what you were talking about in that game 4, right? Like they split pushed really well on Nouns. They didn't have very much to catch these heroes. And he's going to opt for Boots of Travel to try and help him out even more.
He is fat. And this Doom is going to be very value versus the Luna this game. A hero that relies on healing.
Wants to do Arteezy.
And power and...
Awkward with the Yules. Hit by the Acorn as well. Can't blink away. Fly holds himself. Has that magic immunity. They can get the skewer back in. Oh, a force staff actually stops him, and Arteezy gets the opportunity to get off his BKB, and he's right on top of the Luna, too. Luna's in trouble. Manta coming up in a second, but it's too late. He's already been doomed up, and he's definitely dead. And RP hit by Gunner. Yes, Luna, he's trying to put out the damage before he dies, but it's not enough. They only get the kill on Yoposh. The heal is keeping Arteezy up alive. Saberlight pulled back in by the Shockwave. Finger of Death trying to finish him off, and another skewer to keep him inside. A second core goes down, and a gem recovered for the side of Nouns.
That is a terrifying fight for Shopify. If that Luna has some more HP, he can stand longer. You might just be getting wiped there off another 3-man RP. Instead, they get to walk away with their troll, survive another day. They get the buyback out of Fly.
Chasing him down. Gunner.
Still here.
Another Yules and a skewer trying to get him out. Fly once again gonna pay the price to keep his cores alive. It's true, they're out of mana.
It's kind of crazy.
Sees this as an opportunity to go over to Seal Totem, see if he can catch up to some of these heroes. TP's out, Kitrak almost caught.
I think it's one of those situations where it's like, why is this guy running at us? Does he know something we don't?
Yeah.
Arteezy pushing it to the limit, gets away. And he is very high level. He is almost level 25 already. And that's a big talent this game because he can get that strong dispel. Can't RP him anymore.
And that's your Luna's whole opening in being able to kill the troll, right? Heavy burst damage with Daedalus plus that Cataclysm, which is now online for Stormstormer with his 20 talent as well, the double meteors. That's another big burst of damage. They can't rely on being able to kill that guy right away.
A lot of burst damage coming out now with the Kata plus Daedalus plus level 20 Luna talent spawning some Glaze. I mean, Yuma will absolutely kill people here with the buffs on top of it all. Alacrity and power. Well, that's a good target if they want to try.
Yeah, it's a dangerous target though. A amp
The
damage
TD.
troll.
Yeah, who's skewering who there? I don't know.
Yeah.
They're gonna hold their ground on this ward. I mean, I still feel like if you alacrity empower Yuma, he does not get Doom dispelled. He's a monster. High ground ward. Saberlight sees them all. He got one.
But he gets hexed up. Fly with the instant reaction and a chance for Yuma to be able to get off his full hit. He has gotten out the glaze. He's gotten out the eclipse. Arteezy gonna pull on through though. He destroys everybody in that fight.
He
The
still
amp damage.
had it.
Oh.
He still had the amp damage. And that is why they did not skewer him earlier. But is it enough to hold the map? Like, can you get a Rax off this? Because you still lost your Kunkka. You still lost your Doom off of an insanely clutch hex by Fly. Like, I don't know what the hell that was. He did not have the high ground vision there. That was Shopify's high ground vision. Just somehow salvaged the hell out of that, because if Luna got doomed, that was way worse.
Miss Tornado. Arteezy. That was a big play, but he still gets caught by the skewer back in.
BKB, no
and
ults.
Gunner survived through this one. Has to use his BKB. Disarm goes out. Need to get more
enough?
skewers. He has another skewer coming up, but he actually has to use it to get back to the fountain. Otherwise, he might die to the sun ray. Not quite. Kitrak, no dive. So he's going to be in some trouble here if Stormstormer is able to chase him down to the corner. Yeah, he's stuck. No way out of this one. And they did enough to hold. They don't need their damage dealer, who did all the damage in that last team fight, by the way. Yuma did 9,000 damage in that last team fight, and it wasn't even close.
He's an absolute beast if he just gets to hit people. But man, has Arteezy had his number. He just goes in, ults his Luna, and it's everybody just disappears off the Mjolnir hits. It's ridiculous with the shard.
And
like, he's killing 2 or 3 of them while he's killing the Luna. He's not even hitting them. It's just collateral damage. I don't know how you save him. You need more Force Staffs or Glimmers or something.
Yeah. Ooh. Buyback for Roshan. Kitrak really doesn't want to give them nouns this opportunity to claim Roche.
I mean, you can't blame them. Aegis on Luna would be game-changing.
Oh, yeah.
You can wear through that troll. It's a completely different fight. You also got that buyback out of Gunner. So if this mag gets caught, it's just a feeding frenzy, because RP skewer is the only thing keeping him in this game right now.
Arteezy charging in right to the heart, gets a tornado immediately from Stormstormer, helps him reset, but the BKB is already out. He's going to be in some trouble, probably killed right away. No ultimate required, immediate buyback, going to go out. They try and force staff, keeping themselves away from the troll, away from the supernova explosion, but Yuma has popped both his BKB and his shard. Much of his damage is now going to be taken away. They play for the Roshan still, but they are low on some serious resources, while Arteezy still has his Battle Trance Blink ready to go.
He's going to man up for the Roche. He's going to force him to engage into his ulti here with no BKB on the Luna. It is coming down to RP versus Doom.
They're going to get that amp damage from Roshan's floor. Saberlight jumps in immediately, goes for RP! Whiffed from Gunner! The damage hits from Saberlight. Top of the Blink Dagger. He's still going to go for it. Still going to go inside the Roshan. It takes him to the other side with the Cataclysm almost pulling up Arteezy. Arteezy, his ultimate is wearing out, but his heal is coming in through. The tornado is just a bit too late to be able to save him. Roshan into the pit. Gets the Aegis on the Opage. Yuma, he doesn't manage to get that extra life. He goes for the TP out. He's going to be knocked. He can't get out. Arteezy's still being kited around, but it doesn't matter. The rest of the team is able to control up the enemy carry. Arteezy floats his way down onto the kill of Yuma.
And they even got the blind. Oh my. Dude, Yopaj is way too goddamn good at Dota. Like, what the fuck was that? he literally waved this guy off the Aegis, walks and takes the Aegis, lands blind torn after the fight. Somehow this RP got canceled by, I mean, the Scorched Earth, I guess. Like, there was nothing else. He got Blink canceled, but he didn't doom the Luna. So then Saberlight dies. He has to buy back. Didn't get a doom off at all in that engagement, by the way. The skewer almost salvaged that, jammed him in the corner, but it doesn't matter. And now Arteezy, he has free reign, but he does not have Aegis.
Yeah, keep that in mind. Aggressively pulling his team in with him. Dangerous move, but the torrent gotta pull in onto Yuma, trying to get him off, trying to get him away. Oh, there goes the ultimate. They do manage to pull him back in with the X, and he's dead. Die back. No more carry, no more damage on the side of nouns. Their only opportunity now is to pull them into the fountain. But Yopash is pulling him out of the fountain, back into the arms of Arteezy. Another tornado will let the other two live for now, but Shopify Wait, they're just going in for it. They're gonna lose their Aegis. They pop the supernova underneath the fountain like this too. Is this a throw? They lose him. Yopash is gonna die as well. What is Shopify doing? What the fuck are they doing?
You delved too deep, too greedily. The fountain's
the Magnus is back up. Now they're gonna be caught by another tornado. Gunner is gonna be here soon. They gotta be out. They gotta get away from the skewer. Here comes Gunner, and they've got him. They've got it with the shockwave. They've got it with the skewer back. Saberlight, desperate to get anything off before he dies. Gets off the doom. But a cookie gets him away. A disarm onto Arteezy. He can't do the damage. Now he's being pulled back at the EMP. He's caught. He's there's something he can do. He's dead. Arteezy, Shopify. Why? Why did they do this?
What is that? Was the most bizarre. From Yopash God to Yopash fountain dive. Why? I don't know. I don't know at all what the goal was there. They knew Luna was dead. No buyback. If you go back and just hit buildings to go throne, you have a shot to win it there. Instead, you end up getting team wiped on the back of Stormstormer just going full out Invoker Super Saiyan. Getting 30 spells off because you ran into the fountain and used all your BKBs earlier. I mean, this is a game of Dota 2 right here. I don't know what else to say. This is one of the greatest games of Dota 2 I think I've ever seen. And only in North America do you get games like this, I'll tell you that much. As we are approaching the 45-minute mark, this game has been reset completely other than you got that big buyback out of the Luna. You exchanged it for a Doom and a Phoenix buy. Now you are getting pushed. Alacrity, Empower Luna at your door.
Oh, wait, I mean, if you start getting picked off right now, Gunner misses the skewer on Athea just barely off the mark there.
You gotta push. You gotta get something here. This was Yuma's buyback, but you also cannot overextend without it. Defensive Torrent Storm. Gunner still looking, still fishing.
They have another save, by the way. I'm not sure if you pointed out, Lelis has an Aghanim Scepter on the Snapfire.
That's
so
big. That's really big.
Yeah, he can save Yuma when this troll pops ultimate.
But he does not have Blinker Force, right? So his ability to, like, he wants Blinker Force right now, so he can go in there, eat the Luna, shoot him out, reset the fight. If that happens, it's absolutely huge.
They just got a whole bunch of bounty gold.
I mean, he got so much off that fight too, right? It's like 3 or 4 big kills that went into Stormstormer and Lelis' pocket. Now you have Octarine BKB level 26 on Stormstormer. He is in the late game now. That fountain dive gave it to him. And Lelis is 20, he's almost level 24. He almost has this 25 snap talent. Like, normally we think of the Shredder talent, but this hero's other talent is also really damn good. You get these Mortimer Kisses damage talents. This ult just goes ham. It slays real damn hard. So Shopify, you have thrown a lot away here, potentially this game if it continues to go wrong, but you also got a lot of gold out of that entire Roshan sequence. It's a refresher for Yopaj. And I mean, Artur is just stacked. He is basically full slotted here.
He's starting getting to some of the other talents, which is going to be real scary if he gets to level 29 and level 30. More movement speed on Battle Trance, Whirling Axes, Piercing Magic Immunity.
What a ridiculous game on.
I mean, there is...
What a ridiculous game. Somehow Yuma is like he's like the third, fourth. He's the 4th lowest level on his team as a Luna. It's like unheard of because you're the ultimate ancient farmer. You get so high level so fast, but because of all these throws while he was dead, like the Mags ahead of him, the Snaps ahead of him, the Invokers ahead of him.
Yeah, they're all gonna get 25 before him at this rate.
He has 8 deaths. And they might win this. This game's winnable.
Because apparently only 1 death may really matter, and that's the fountain death.
That might be nightmare fuel, man. Like the cockiness, the brazenness to think that game was over. Stormstormer having none of it here. This man You are not familiar with his game.
Now I do apologize, Stormer.
Yopaj was not familiar with this man's game.
I wasn't familiar with your Invoker game.
He made him pay hard. As they danced in the fountain, he made him dance to the grave. And now we are just waiting for buybacks to come back up. I mean, what is even the status on these 2 minutes for Yuma's? But Saberlight's also coming back. He bought out, though. He does not have the gold for it.
I mean, are they really going to try hitting high ground here? This is so dangerous. He's going to have to use BKB or he's going to be pulled back into the tier 4s. Maybe
what is he doing?
He doesn't get anything off.
What? Why is he just hitting?
I don't know, but Gunner, he's found another one. Leela shoots him in, hits the RP onto 2 with the tornado afterwards, gets skewered back. BKB goes off, misses the Alacor as well. Turns around with the Doom Ogre Seal Totem, manages to land the Stomp onto the Invoker, pulling him back in with a Tidal Wave as well. Yopaj with his park, refreshes it up, goes for another one, and does manage to finish off the Invoker with the buyback coming in from Arteezy. He's here. They pulled Yuma into the boat, but they don't want to keep this going.
Full bought for Invoker buy, but it yields nothing here. As the game once more resets, I do not know how Arteezy just starts hitting high ground like that, unless the like, is the idea literally I'm gonna die, but then they take the fight and then I buy and we wipe them? Is that the master idea? I don't know. Maybe
I think he thought he was just getting a cheeky tier 3 and out.
No way you would just hit high ground versus team. Like, you are guaranteed to get Hex skewered, and there's nothing that stops it.
And his buyback, if it was a fast Roshan, might have given him that. Might have given him that much, but it's going to be a late one. They're going to have to play the next 2 minutes around this corner of the map, trying to fend off Nouns, making the comeback, and snatching another qualifier spot from them.
The thing is, you gave 25 talents to them. They have the Mortimer Kisses talent. They have this RP talent on Gunner, and he has Refresher. This is a 4.3 second RP now that he can refresh. If he gets 2 of them, you're not getting out of it alive.
Shot in, Centaur trying to get some vision. Smoke breaks onto Yopaj, he blinks forward, not finding anything just yet, but the ward on the high ground only lasts so long. Doesn't manage to get a catch on anybody.
Everybody in this game has buyback except for the Troll and the Invoker, the 2 kings of this late game. But it's really about the 2 initiators, right? Or I guess 3 if you want to put Yopaj and Saberlight on par with Gunner. Double RP is up right now, as is a single Torrent Storm boat. Refresher still on cooldown for Yopaj for a minute here. They're going to shoot another creep in.
Yeah, Leila's going to try and get some vision. If he lands this, or if Gunner just finds the opportunity, go for Yopaj. Yopaj bombs his BKB, but the physical damage is going to overwhelm him. Got the big crit required. 1,200 damage.
Alacrity, Empower, man. We are in the late game with these buffs.
They didn't have to use anything for that one. They still have double RP. Yopaj through the gate is back here again, but Nouns can keep on fishing.
This is a Radiant Outpost fight, though. They can just take it and force it with the buybacks.
Shiva's going out. Saberlight a little bit scared.
Fishing
He does get skewered back once again with the Hex. You know, he does have that tier 4. He does manage to turn it around. Doom not going off the RP. It caught him, but the burst damage is there nonetheless with the Supernova on top, exploding on top of all of Nouns, blowing up their hopes for the first round of the fight, but they do have a buyback. They've got a big wave pushing in mid as well. They've got to deal with. They've got to get back to the corner of the map as well, where Roshan is just now going to spawn, and they see maybe just the last second of it.
Hardcore will commit. He knows he has to. Triple buy from Nouns will force the
Stormer jumping forward over the blink of Saberlight. Saberlight does manage to get the Doom Valve on him. But Yuma is here to hold up his boy.
RP.
Let's jump in. RP. Skewer. Where is it? He's going to pull him in, but he's not pulling him into Yuma. Yuma's being controlled up. He's shot into them. Refresh. Now pops the Manta BKB with the Eclipse going out. Trying to go through these heroes, but the boat is keeping him alive for now. He's having a hard time latching on to heroes. Gunner skewers him back in again, but Arteezy is untouchable. But push back in. The Cataclysm. He gets away from him. The Cookie puts him down. Lelis comes back in just the nick of time and puts Arteezy down with a dieback. Now Yopaj on the run. Boat. 1 point of damage would finish him off. Saberlight with a BKB coming up in a second. Might be able to make a break for it. He's gonna run. Stormer blinking forward. Can they get a blink off? Can they keep the damage on him? Oh, the BKB wears out. And now Gerseal Totem up in 3 more seconds. a buyback coming out. They can't chase after him. Saberlight's going to be able to stay alive, but no carry for Shopify.
You have to go Roche. No buyback for the troll. You get everybody else's. Nobody in this game has buyback right now. We went to 8 up to 0 as everybody committed. Insanely clutch Meteor Deafening Blast by Stormstormer salvages the end of that fight on top of a Cookie that somehow Cookies the Luna and clips the troll at the edge of it. Grandma be cooking in this game, but they can't take Roshan.
They can't do it. They're too afraid of Shopify with the numbers up, despite the fact that they don't have RTZ. They still do not feel confident enough to be able to take this fight, and Roshan is going to flip over to the other side soon.
I feel like that was your window to take it. Like, you didn't have the ults up, you didn't have the troll. A game 5 coming down to no buybacks here. The 55-minute mark is approaching, almost as the tier 5 neutral items as well. But RTZ, it looks like he's going to get this Aegis. I mean, I guess the mag is up before he is. But what a spooky area to push into when Shopify are already just holding it. They can see the hill.
I mean, it's going to be a little bit awkward. When Roshan flips over to the other side, Shopify, they'll have the advantage if they get there first, especially. But they'll have the... I mean, there's no buyback, so I guess it doesn't matter.
That is also true.
What's the point of having the outpost advantage if everybody only has 1 life to give?
Well, I mean, RTC has his in 2 minutes. His is actually going to be the first up here in line with Stormstormers. And he buys his own refresher. He buys out. He's not even going to play for buyback. He's going to play for double trolled. He thinks it's enough to win this fight and win the game. He might be right.
I mean, there's a problem with that, though. Is he going to have the mana to use that?
I don't know.
In the first place, he has to strike first. He cannot afford any sort of EMP shenanigans.
It's dangerous. Yeah, I mean, the EMP is almost guaranteed too, because when he ults in the first time, it's like, how are you not getting hit by it, right? There's a random Lion Mana Drain as well. This is an expensive item now. It's going to take him 650. It's half his mana pool to use that plus 2 ults. Plus, he's using some on BKBs and Mjolnir and whatever. Yeah. But it looks like he's just going to get an Aegis here. This is an Ags as well. This is an interesting Ags. You could give it to the Doom. You could also give it to the Phoenix for the save. I think it's between one of those two.
I mean, Arteezy could take it for himself. There are some dispels he kind of needs. Cataclysm comes out.
I just don't think it's as impactful as on the other side. No, he will gobble it. A greedy motherfucker he is. He just takes that.
They get almost a full lane of barracks. Glyph goes off just in the nick of time. If somebody comes back now,
I think they're gonna get the range for sure. They'll get both. Yeah, they're gonna get both.
Yeah, they're too afraid of getting caught.
And we saw on the other side Divine Rapier for Yuma. So he has Refresher, he has Divine, double Eclipse. If he gets to sit there and hit people with Alacrity, Divine, and Power, I mean, you send a prayer to God and you take your hands off the keyboard because someone's dying. Somebody is goddamn dying to those glaives. We are approaching level 30s, approaching 60-minute mark, and approaching the return of 2 key buybacks between the Invoker and the Troll. The Troll does not have his because he bought out, but he did get an Aegis. Stormstormer will have his. And that's a big factor because he is the late game carry here for now, right? As much as this Luna is creating the threat, it's the Invoker carrying the fights.
He's both the carry in the fights, but also the split push. He's the reason they got that mid lane of barracks in the first place. And he might get caught here. Stormer, BKB, immediately trying to get away. Saberlight gets him on the Doom. Now they have to find him. He's making a break for it, but Theolicor might be able to spot him somewhere. No Acorn shot thrown out, and he gets out.
Such a tough kill. Such a damn tough kill with this Ghost Walk. I'll be doomed down for 70 seconds. Not much of a window to abuse, and nouns are probably not going to take this fight while the Aegis is online for Artur.
Yeah.
And it'll be an Ags finished for Saberlight on his own. So he's also going to preemptively buy back for that buyback that could be up in 3 minutes. And he's just going to, I guess, bench the gem. That does hurt his pick-off potential a lot. It's something to think about, like, who carries... I mean, I guess you rely on Kittrack for the vision, but it's going to be a lot harder for him to get in deep in the fight. amp damage rune in the river.
Oh God, the last
seen this
time
before.
RTZ had an amp damage, they get a little bit of information thanks to the Cataclysm. So they should know about this one.
There's no way you take this right now. Absolutely no way you take this. Again, can Shopify end this game? Like, that is the problem. They cannot go high ground. They can't go high ground. So the way you end this game is you fight nouns outside the base, right? And you get in a situation where the buybacks favor you, and you just fight them.
It's gonna be, I think it has to be them picking off Stormstormer on his split push, and then they have to go high ground to force his buyback, and then all hell breaks loose from there.
I mean, good luck catching this guy. Like,
yeah.
Dude, I just don't know if you can catch him. It's so damn hard.
Well, if you don't, he is chipping away at your objectives in a way that you can't match.
I mean, he is playing up very far, but you have to combine the gem. All right, there's a second gem on Saberlight still. Just out of
They're
there.
almost here in time. God, it's so close, but Stormstormer makes the correct read. And now, just 50 seconds away from tier 5 items. Stormstormer also almost level 29, adding in Alacrity. Both for, obviously, the Luna synergy we're talking about, but also means his split push is going to be even worse when he throws it on these Forge Spirits that are hitting buildings.
That's the scariest part. He still has some scale left.
Yeah.
He still has two pretty damn good talents here in the Alacrity one and Radial Deafening. And he, in theory, has some more item slots. Like, he can replace this gem. He put in a Bloodstone, which is pretty ridiculous on this hero. He can put in Hex. He can put in Lincolns. If
you get enough Hexes, right, that is the counter to Troll's strong Dispel. Just keep him a little piggy.
Honestly, the Bloodstone Invoker is no joke. You overlap the meteors, like, you get these massive EMPs. I don't think he's going to do it, but it'd be cool. He will offer the Hex, and hey, 60 minutes. We are back to tier 5 territory. Pirate Hat for
Pirate
Yuma.
Hat.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good one. Yeah, it's pretty much the only thing he's lacking with this build, right? Attack speed.
Yep.
And it'll be Seer Stone for Yopaj, Seer Stone for Saberlight, so a lot more vision and cast range on their side. And another Mirror Shield for Gunner.
Just makes it that much more difficult to stop him when he's going for these skewers on you.
By the way, Lelis also has Refresher, so he has double level 25 talent, Mortimer's Kisses. Like, he couldn't land him in that fight, but if there's a situation where people are stuck in an RP or something, he's just laying him down.
RP Kisses Cataclysm. That's a game ender if you can land it.
If you can land it.
If you can land it. The Healicor's gonna, all right, I'm gonna start building up some damage, boys. No more Mage Slayer for me. I'm gonna start putting out Stygian Desolate, Greater Corruption on all of these heroes, and a Daedalus soon to be picked up. So he is adding in some additional -10 armor just by himself, but then his damage is gonna start going up significantly.
I mean, you might just proc this Lion off a crit Acorn. Never know.
Yeah.
They're pushing in mid. It's a magic lamp.
Getting some information. Do they want to go for Arteezy? Arteezy takes the first step though, and Yuma, he doesn't make it over the cliff. Now he's still gonna be in some trouble here. As BKB wearing out, he has to refresh and read BKB.
Yeah, second go. They're getting mana drain.
Keeping him at bay. They do manage to get the Supernova right on top of all these heroes, and they have to get out. But Leela's caught by just barely on the torrent, but Yuma, he's trying to save him, but he might just get him soft caught. They managed to get the tornado, hit him with the RP, trying to blow him up with a meteor, and it is enough. Arteezy goes down, and so does Yopaj. Kitrak trying to dive himself away back into the safety of these buybacks.
Refresh. Gunner has another round.
Get it far enough away. No, the tornado interrupts the skewer. Might have just saved Kitrak's life with the Book of Shadows, ensuring he gets away. And they don't want to get anywhere close to Shopify right now with a buyback being used on Arteezy. They need to force Shopify. He's saying if you want to get this buyback out of the Luna, you're going to have to hit the high ground. You're going to have to brave it.
How do you high ground? It's Invoker Mag. It's the crux of this entire game. Just can't push it. And you're going to trade 2 core buybacks for 1 here as the Mag buys, but the Troll and the Kunkka both buy. That RP landed on 2. Again, that's a 4-second plus RP. The second it goes down, Luna just goes to town. I mean, Yuma pays the price, but he does not pay this buyback. Like you said, I mean, how bold are you right now? You have a level 30 troll with an Ags, a magic lamp, multiple neutral items, a refresher. I mean, but he cannot go up a ramp. It is too much for him.
Stairs are just too big of a problem.
4 stairs. His net worth is irrelevant. His 700 last hit's irrelevant in the face of 4 sets of steps. Somebody else has to go with him here.
Welcome back.
One thing to know, the magic lamp that he chose is tier 5 item, a hard dispel, so they can't scythe burst him down.
I mean,
He'll have always a chance to get off battle trance.
Double hard dispel though. If he's getting mana drained, he can't cast his ult.
Yeah.
Brutal position. This troll versus invoker late game matchup is not fun, and the Hex has come out for Stormstormer, who, keep in mind, he still has his buyback, so he can play very aggressive. I don't even know what just got shot in. It just melded into the earth. 4 buybacks on cooldown, and Kitrak waiting for another Roshan. Are we missing any tier 5 items? I don't think so. Yeah, they're all out.
Yeah,
Triple
everybody's
mirror
got
shield.
theirs. Yopaj is holding on to Timeless Relic, but has Seer Stone in his backpack.
Yeah, so no Ex Machinas, no Arcanist armor, no Book of the Deads. It's just a single Book of Shadows for Kitrak to try and get the save in. And pretty much just mirror shields and ninja gears, because, of course, gotta hold.
It is the fact that with the way this game is going right now, where it seems in some ways unsolvable for Shopify, you don't have a pirate hat, and
These pirate hats, they add up. They get you extra support items.
going
I
through the
agree,
gate.
it's a factor. The bushwhack misses.
Smoked up Stormstormer, RTC,
I-
blinking aggressively.
This is
see
so
him now.
tempting. Yeah, they're gonna
Tempted
poke him.
scythe, gonna be put to use. Mirror Shield doesn't bounce it back.
He's almost
RTC
dead.
almost dead already. He needs
he?
to bail out. The magic
Kiss-
damage also catches him by itself, but Nouns playing this nice and slow, keeping
getting kited.
Saberlight with his AoE Doom, unable to catch anybody. They're gonna re-tornado him up.
Stormer.
They've got more
Invoker
side, they've
got
got more RPs and skewers back, and they're gonna hit it straight onto the Doom, pull him back in. They're gonna try and blow him up underneath this one. Yuma has no problem with that one. Immediate buyback, but Stormstormer caught by Thealacor. He gotta kill himself. Saberlight with the bots too. Now with a buyback, jumping forward, trying to catch Gunner. He's been a nuisance this entire time. The refresh BKB. RP already used, but the troll isn't being controlled up right now. Yuma somehow managed to get the Ethereal Blade somewhere onto him, but he still is gonna die to the magic damage. RTZ is cleaving through heroes. A chainsaw, just chopping down hero after hero. He's gonna catch up to more. Gunner's gonna be next up. Saberlight lands another stomp in. 3 heroes, no buyback. Shopify of every single hero up.
Artur Babayev, he is just pounding through them.
Yuma
He's going to the
desperate to
back
try and
door.
do something here. Divine Rapier goes for the back door. And with the Rapier, he's actually doing so much damage. He's already cut down one of the heroes.
Where's the
That's going to be
troll?
one hero without a buyback. Yuma, they need Arteezy. Where is Arteezy? They're trying to slow him down. Arteezy's making his run over. It's just not even needed. They cut him down with everybody else. Thealacor will pick up the Divine Rapier. Hello, second carry.
I mean, Lelis versus the world. You have to kill waves here. You have to die for it if you can.
Oh my god, it's an amp
Shoot
damage.
it. Missed it.
Missed it. The burn doesn't do enough.
Lelis versus the world. That was a troll ult from hell and back. My brother, my god, he somehow ended up on the Invoker in the back. Maybe fortunate, maybe unfortunate, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, even if they manage to get off backdoor protection, back up, does anything stop Arteezy
This is doing
from
some
hitting
damage.
through these buildings? Serious damage that closes out one of these creep waves. Another one coming in
Backdoor
soon.
Back here in a few seconds. I mean, 30 seconds for the Invoker. I don't think it's going to be enough. Divine flying in for Artur right now. He can slot this. He's going to slot it for the refresher. This should be enough right here.
The damage comes in so fast. Arteezy is cutting it down. Leela, he blows a beacon. Oh my god, and that's it. They take it after one of the most brutal game throws I've ever seen in my life. Shopify Rebellion will claw the game back. It was once theirs, and they'll reclaim it, and they will reclaim the spot, the North American spot, the qualifier for Dream League Season 20.